right, what's good? Good morning, good evening, wherever you're tuning in from all over the world. It's JitzOphrenia Hawaii BJJ Lifestyle Show. Jazz Kaiwiko'o back at ya with Jonny Varron, my man. And our latest addition to the show, longtime friend of mine, fellow DJ, brand new jiu-jitsu student, Chewy.
Hey, aloha,
My man Justin.
What's up, my man?
What's up?
We actually we call him Chewy the White Belt because
Yeah.
we all know there's a famous Chewy the Black Belt.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
They got
yes.
grilled on the first.
Yeah, but once we get that wax sponsor, bro.
That's where the white belt got stained on my chest.
Bro,
Not-
no
not
gi, I
red.
tell him, bro,
No
wear
gi.
two. Wear two
yeah,
rash
yeah.
guards, please.
Right,
just so.
I do.
So
I got
welcome,
absorbers in my
welcome,
pocket.
Justin. Welcome to the show, man. So
Thank you.
what are you, about a month into jiu-jitsu now?
Yeah, I'm a month exactly, and I'm loving it. You're a great professor. I learn a little slow, but that's...
You give them, I must say, man. Like you have not going like you haven't given me the do that. You're like and you go and you go and you go.
Yeah, I think that has to do with being feet first when I was born. So I don't know if people get that joke, but you gotta look it up, Google it, or whatever you do. Brave. Beep 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 beep. Oh, so what is true about that is just I'm from the Bay and I have heart, and I've never been bitch made in that sense. Where if somebody points at me to do something in that sense, and because you got that
Good
that
trait
new,
to have, man.
The new big guy that's Honda dealership dude.
Oh yeah, William.
Yeah, you haven't forced me to go with
blue
him.
belt from
Yeah.
Vanderlei's cap, big dude.
Yeah,
man.
he could definitely.
Yeah, he's a big
he
dude.
just lay on you.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
So thank God for that. But you were asking me earlier what I've found difficult so far. Thanks for this moment too. It's having a left and a right side of my body because when you're upside down and you're tangled with another man, hopefully maybe woman, and you don't know whose arm's whose. It's tough. Yeah, that part. And then thinking, oh, he's doing this. Oh, quick, I got to do this. Or
Are you excited about coming to class?
oh, absolutely,
Oh, okay, good,
absolutely.
good.
Yeah,
What brought
absolutely.
you? What created your interest to come on the mats and learn the art and everything?
Professor Jazz, my man over there, he serendipitously ran into me at a gas station. He was riding in his tight ass car, and I'm like, "Oh, who's this dude? Is this? That guy looks pretty good." And then he's like, "Chewy." I'm like, "Oh, he's talking to me." And then I was like, "Jazz," because he's all skinny and stuff. He's been training and stuff. And I haven't seen him in a while because I was on the east side of the island surviving. And it was all serendipities. He pretty much let me know that this could happen for that, and I need some discipline in my life. That would help. 'Cause, it's tough. It's tough, but it's good. It's one of the main martial arts that I've never had anything to do with, other than watching it. Watching you in the old days and stuff.
Man, I'm excited for your future in it because you give them, bro. I like that. I like when you just come in like where I gotta be, what I gotta do, who I gotta do it with.
Well, you're like,
Yeah.
where's Emily? I'm gonna take her out today. She's going down. Oh yeah, Emily. Oh yeah. And I'm like, hey, if you're watching Emily, I'm just joking. Don't hurt me.
Yeah. Chewy wants to roll with the lightest,
Yeah.
and the most femalist usually.
Yeah, two of them.
That's all.
Two of them.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Did you catch the Kron and Swanson fight?
I didn't. I was working, but I caught a glimpse of it through a stream. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't say I expected that to happen, but I wasn't surprised that Cub would win. And I think it's I've seen a lot of posts with everybody talking about how Kron's no more hands and blah blah blah, no more takedowns and da da da. Man, in my opinion, I don't know who am I, but my opinion, experience won that fight. That's all that won that fight was just experience. When you have that much experience and you've been in there with some hammers, with world champions, you just know how to do certain things that other guys, no matter what black belt they may be in or what art that they take, you just pick up certain things in experience and not in class. It happens with being a journeyman in the ring.
I have a very deep thought on this whole thing. I totally understood what Kron was doing just because I watched all the old Gracie, all the self-defense tactics, how they used to fight from Gracie's in actions. and how Hickson would approach the game.
Mhm.
Totally saw in a little bit of Diaz, like on the way out when Cub would try to, he'd throw his combinations and try to get out of there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Kron would follow him and try to tie up and dirty box with him and pretty much run him. He was doing like a battering ram strategy.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of like what Floyd Mayweather did with Conor when Conor was catching him in the first couple rounds. So it was kind of like Kron expected Cub to throw his combinations and get out of there, use foot moving, and I think Kron was just taking it with his high guard and just trying to hunt him down to get into that range and try to tire him out, because he probably knew if he were to shoot like a takedown or pull guard early that Cub was going to explode, because Hickson guys already know that nowadays it's like the athlete, because
and there's different, the takedowns are different from jiu-jitsu and wrestling, and you're having a guy who specifically can do jiu-jitsu takedowns, which aren't far shot out. You kind of clinch first, or
because Hickson has such a strong influence over Kron that the mindset is still from the old action that jiu-jitsu as a martial art is still effective, and Kron kind of almost feels like he has that pressure on him to continue that, to show that it's still valuable and it's still an asset. But he kind of modernized it with training with the Diaz brothers, because but it's just hard with the rule set, the time limit. Like I'm pretty sure if they said if there was no time limit, Kron would have easily. Of course they're gonna say that, but I totally saw what Kron was trying to do. He was trying to wear him down, and he actually took a lot of good shots, body shots, and Cub. If you saw after the fight, Cub was all boss.
Yeah, they say it got fight of the night. Yeah,
it got fight of the night.
So it wasn't that it's just that everybody is. I kind of was. I knew just from like I said, to me it was experience, because there's going to be things that he's going to be able to react to that Kron's never experienced before, even his body to have certain muscle memory or anything from certain striking defenses, takedown defenses, or whatnot. Plus, again, like how much MMA training versus jiu-jitsu training, you know what I mean? Like how much is he staying out of the gi to prepare for the fight, and actually, training with guys like Cub for the fight, or is he training with just Diaz brothers and other jiu-jitsu guys, or you know what I mean?
I thought he had a good, decent strategy, but I think the loss will probably better prepare him. Cause he hasn't lost in MMA yet. As soon as he would pull guard, because the reasoning of the pulling guard is your guard should be top notch. If you're fighting from your guard, like imagine having Hickson as your dad, like your guard better be,
right.
Or else, we're not doing nothing else. You ain't eating until you land like 500 arm bars perfect. Being the son of Hickson, that's
amazing. A pressure. I think that's pressure. Period. Son of Hickson, Gracie name, hasn't been a Gracie champion forever. That's a lot of pressure.
No, especially being that deep rooted, because Huxton, the older brother, was supposed to be the guy, and then it kind of went on him. So Kron.
Do you think the team up with Diaz brothers is a good fit for him?
I think so, because they're all about loyalty, and they rep Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, so
no distractions.
He's down with that, because they're all together and stuff. Because a lot of the Gracie
Humaita,
because most of them are just self-defense and jiu-jitsu, but if you're gonna do something like MMA or high-level MMA, then those are good resources, because Nate in the Gracie umbrella is good, unless you go to Henzo's, but Henzo's is on the East Coast, and then they're on the West Coast, California, so they would be the guys to reach out to.
If you had your choice, aside from where you're at now, like where would you go? Like if you were to train as an MMA fighter, like, and you had your pick of where to travel to, where would you go?
MMA right now, the first thing that comes to mind right now I would probably say AKA. AKA right now. Yeah, just because of the wrestling, the MMA, Daniel Cormier,
all the way around.
Habib, all of those guys. California, because all those guys, they all, like Luke Rockhold, been training at was it Black Zillions?
Oh, is that where he's been?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Well, he's been working his kickboxing, getting different looks and stuff like that.
Where would you train, Chewy?
I'm gonna have to say right here and downstairs. In
yeah,
the garage,
shameless plug.
Yeah, so you know what's up. That's where I do train.
Yes, sir. I will get you fighting in a high school gymnasium in no time, my man.
We pick tarot and stuff, and we're like, and it's crazy. No one trains with a tarot like we do. Hey, Jazz, I got a question for you. Where would you choose?
Oh, where would I choose? That's a toughie, man. I think it would be...
And not politically answering, just from the heart.
I've always wanted to train with Eddie Bravo.
Oh.
Yeah, I've always wanted to train. Because I knew the Twister before it was the Twister. Wow.
Oh, because it's a wrestling movie.
It's a wrestling movie. It's called the Guillotine. And I was like my favorite pin. And so when I saw him submit guys with it, I was like, that's a guillotine. What the hell is a guillotine? But yeah, I've always wanted to train there. But I don't know if I would train there to specifically fight. I think I would, if I had my choice, honestly, it would be somewhere in the vicinity of Renzo, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it be with Renzo or with Danaher or with a combo, you know what I mean? If there's, especially me being Gracie, if there was a Gracie, per se, that I would want to, that's still going today and still putting out killers, it's probably Renzo's.
Man's would be AKA or Renzo's. I like Renzo's lineage.
Yeah.
Renzo's
lineage. And he hasn't, and not to say anything bad about anybody else, but he hasn't fallen behind in times of technique. If anything, he's still being innovative at this age.
He's still actively fighting.
Yeah.
He fought like last year. He fought.
Still putting out videos. I watch his videos. I'm like, man, these are like new moves he's making up. This is cool.
And look at his black belts. They all stayed with him.
Yeah. And look at how many, from Danaher to how many successful guys they've got out of that camp, and Half too. I mean, because that's kind of the same squad.
The brother, Ralph is the brother. They used to be like a fight house back in the day. What was it Legacy? Was the documentary?
I think it was the Renzo Legacy.
Yeah, they had like a dispute or like they would just duke it on in the house.
Yeah.
Like
when we had Jeremiah Labiano on the other day. His professor Alexander Crispim is from Half.
Yeah.
And so when I was there, they would talk about stories about that fight house and how Half was.
Half is supposed to come Hilo,
Is supposed to go?
He wanted to visit Hilo.
Oh, nah.
That was
supposed guys over there?
Wow. Because Sensei Kim Tara is married to Half's daughter, and they have and they also have a girl together. So Half's granddaughter.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Cool. Yeah, no, it'd be super cool. It'd be such a honor to actually meet.
Man, that's like Game of Thrones royalty families crossing. We shall unite the kingdoms by marrying.
Be like, hey, Half, Jazz wants to have you on the show.
Oh, bro, I'd love to have him on the show, bro. I would love it. He was one of those guys that when I first came out, I was doing Japanese submission, and he was one of those guys, man, I'd like to fight him. Then I watched him fight a second time, and I was like, oh, hell no. I wouldn't fight him. I wouldn't fight him.
The pit bull.
Yeah. Oh, man, he just the look in his eyes is scary, man.